Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Belle and the Music Stuff. So obviously this video is most likely coming after the video where I give my month 2 update. I don't necessarily even think that I stated that I wicked my hair. I think I just basically parted my hair out on camera so that I could start the process of full freeforms, okay? But in the process of that, I basically said, okay, well, what do I actually want? I said, okay, seems like I want thick locks. Seems like I still want some sort of uniformity. So I did a little bit of research. I went online, scroll. And I was just like, okay, I think I want to do wigs. I think I just want to do them really thick and juicy. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to wick your own hair. Small story time. So I go online, I look up locticians in my city. Nobody not doing wigs. Not that I can see online. Okay? So I'm just like, dang, what I'm gonna do? Looks like I'm gonna have to DIY this. So I'm just like, I don't necessarily wanna DIY it and it don't come out RIGHT. So I'm like, dang, I don't know, but I'm just a person where if I want to do something, and I'm gonna try to find a way to do it myself, because I feel like somebody else could do it and it's gonna come out one way, but when I do it, it's just gonna eat. So it's just like, so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go to the hair store. I'm gonna get the needle and I'm gonna try. So I went to the hair store. I got it on YouTube. I was looking. I couldn't find anybody like actually showing me how to do it. Let me go back a little bit. When I tried to start the process, I still had my 2-strand twist in. So I'm just like trying to you know, and it just was not working. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then, but a part of it was just like me being a little bit stubborn because I didn't want to take my 2 strands out because I didn't know if I was gonna like how it was looking and then be like, dang, I wish I would have never took my 2 strand out. Now I gotta comb it out and blah blah blah. So someone was just like, just comb it out. And actually, this was the first one that I did right in the front. Okay, so I was just like, okay, let me just, okay. So I just combed it out. I started doing it and it was working. I was like, oh. And this is after like at least 3 hours. I swear I was literally sitting there for at least 3 hours. Like, oh my gosh. So after that, I just kept going. Okay, I think I did at least 6. I started yesterday. I started on Sunday. I think I did like pretty much like the full front of my head. And so I went to sleep at around like 2:30. I have some little clips that I'm probably gonna include in this video. Probably not gonna include because I'm gonna go into detail. So I was like, okay, when I get up in the morning, I'll restart. So I got up, I restarted, and now here I am. I have done a lot of it, actually. I pretty much only have like 3 to go. But I said, since I already have a good amount completed and I have like a little process that I'm using, now I'm gonna do like a how-to video. Okay, let's be clear. I am not a professional, okay? I went and got a needle and I just tackled it. You know, this is just my personality type, okay? Like, I'm just gonna try to do it myself before I say, I have to pay somebody to do it. Okay, let me go back a little bit one more time. So as I was sitting here trying to do it and I couldn't, I put down a needle and I was like, let me look. Finally, I came across somebody on Facebook through like, so I'm on Google, and then I found like a Facebook page, and she was charging $1,000 for a full head of wigs, and I'm just like, I don't 100% understand the process, so I can't necessarily say damn, but I'm still like, damn, $1,000. I have a pretty small head. I don't have a, you know, I got a little, so I don't necessarily feel like you would be putting $1,000 worth of work into my head. So once I started doing it, I was like, okay, I kind of could see why you would be like, okay, I'm gonna charge $1,000 for this, because it was like 4 hours later and I had only did like 4. And I'm just like, okay, I think I can understand. I think I can understand, but still, okay, I'm still gonna try to do it myself before I deem myself incapable. All right. So basically that's what I did. I actually reparted my hair. Aside from the last video that I just posted, I reparted my hair again and I just put it up. I think I did 3 or 4 in a section. So this is like at least 3 or 4 twists in one in each wig. Okay. Okay, that was a lot. So now I'm gonna get into some products and what I'm using before I actually show you. So I went to the hair store and I found the wooden needle that if you just look on Google, you'll most likely see. I found that needle and at the hair store, but they only had the one with the 2. And I didn't necessarily know what that meant for it to have 2, and I didn't want to do 2 because in my brain something was kind of telling me like if it's 2 needles, it's probably gonna like lock a lot faster, and I don't necessarily know how thick I want them. Like I don't really know, so I'm just like I don't want to get 2. But at the hair store there was only the wooden ones with 2 or 3. They didn't have the single, so I ended up getting the single. This is a 1mm single needle. Okay, they say that when you're doing this you should go slow, don't try to go doing all that and just okay, slow down. And this is true. Once you get into like your workflow, you're gonna poke yourself. Like I've been and poked myself a couple times in my hand, so like, you know, I only needed that little for me to slow the hair down. All right. What else? I'm not using any products. My hair is bone, I'm not gonna say bone dry. It got a little something, little sebum in it, but it's dry. I don't got no products. I'm not using no olive oil. I'm not using nothing. Nothing. Even when I woke up this morning, I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is combing out the section and just like beginning the process. Because when I took out my twist, I did find that I had some buildup on my twist, which is so crazy because I wear my bonnet all the time. I'm not putting any products in my hair, so I was just like actually a little bit dumbfounded that I had product buildup in some of my twists. Whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and okay. What else do I want to tell you before I start showing you? I would say that when you're parting your hair for this style, to make sure that when you're parting it, you like how it's laying, because yes, they're most likely going to be wicks right now. They might stand up for a while, but once they start to lay down, kind of like do a little bit of your own research to see like, okay, how do I want them to lay? How do I it's actually like a skill that you kind of have to have already a little bit, but you can learn it too. You can go online, you can find the I think it's the window method. You can find that. But if you kind of already have like a little bit of experience with parting, you will naturally part your hair in a way where you won't see too much scalp once they start to grow and lay down. So I would say that make sure that you know, make sure you don't not just going in and grabbing hair, and like be intentional about how you want your hair to look. Try to visualize, okay, these are the parts I want, but how is that going to translate when they get longer? Am I going to be giving scalpy, or am I going to be giving lock? Okay, so I would say that number 1. Number 2, make sure you do this on bone dry hair. Okay, dry. No, the wet hair is not going to work for this process. I'm not saying it because I tried it. I'm just saying it because I heard a girl say it. But I feel like 2 + 2 make 4. I don't know, you know. But yeah, don't try to go and wash your hair before you start the process. Don't try to put a little moisture and just make sure your hair is dry. I would say actually wait a couple of days before you even start this process, okay? So that you know your hair is like dry. If you do start off, if you want to do this process with like you already have mature locks, that's a different, I wouldn't necessarily say it's different. I would say like I see a lot of people just like brush the locks just to give a little bit of frizz. I tried to do it, like I said in the beginning of this video, with my 2-strand twist, but I wasn't successful at it, so I had to take my hair out. I find that that's the easiest method if you don't have any experience with using this crochet needle. I've never used crochet. I've never put crochet in my hair. I only braid my hair. Yeah. So, let me see what else I think that's it. All right, so I have a total of 17 wicks, okay? Originally I had 8. In my last video I counted it and I counted 6, but I actually had 8 parts. That was so insane to me. Once I watched it back, I'm like, 6? Girl, are you serious right now? You got 8 parts in your head. It was late. It was late, and I told y'all in the video I was nervous. But anyway, yeah, I had 8 parts. So I went in and I did some more splitting and I ended up with 17 parts. So this is 17 wicks across my head, and then you'll see when I turn around, I got 3 locks in the back at my nape because I don't like the whole like putting my hair up in the back hurting. Like I'm not gonna do it. So I got 3 locks in the back that I also did like, you know, I used the needle with it a little bit. All right, so let's begin. I'm gonna start by putting up this part of my hair just so that you can see. Okay, also I guess I should say not to over wick them because they do have to lock on their own like naturally. So, and then also if you over wick, they'll have a harder time drying. You'll be more susceptible to mold, stankies, all that stuff. So do not over wick right now. Just get them to where, you know, you can feel that they're like kind of like a, not like pillow soft, but like, okay, this is good enough. And then give your hair time to see how it's gonna act, okay? Okay, so I would say make sure that you comb your ends out like I'm doing here. Make sure you don't have any build up or anything. If you are coming from 2-strand twist that you had for a little while, I would say also use that. I have a mirror back here, but we're not gonna use it this time because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the easiest way. I'm also only gonna do 1 in this video. I have, after this, 2 more to go, and as you can see, I've broken the loom. I've broken the rat tail. But I have 2 more wicks to go after this one, so I'm gonna show you one, and then I'm gonna. Okay. So yeah, so just comb out the ends because the ends is important. Okay. As I kept going, you know, I woke up the next day after like sitting here like this for a while. Dang, this road taking forever. I'm like, what the hell? This taking forever. I'm like, okay, well. Oh, also make sure you have rubber bands. Some rubber bands. When you go to the store, get you some rubber bands. I'm like, this is just making it so much longer because like I'm waiting to get joining and I'm just going like this, waiting for it to join up, and it's taking forever. So to speed the process up, I found that if you go ahead and stretch the hair out, take your needle and try to like round out the bottom of your wick, okay? Just to get a beginning little, you know, point, so that you can actually begin to go work your way up to the root, okay? Instead of trying to start from here, where it's gonna take a lot longer, and you may do a lot of stop and look to see if you're okay with the size. It's better if you start at the end, okay? I wish I had a better angle for you, okay? Also, when you're doing it, I kind of rotate around, I guess, like not on purpose, just like because the process is a little bit lengthy. When you're doing it, make sure that this hook, you can see the hook. Make sure that when you're doing it, it's pointing, hold on, away from you, okay? So also try to hold the hair like this. Try to just get it and like try to like roll it out as you're doing it, okay? So just take it and just kind of like twist it as if you're trying to get it to round out as you're taking the needle, pushing it in, but not pulling it all the way out. I feel, not that I feel that it's counterproductive. I noticed that it was counterproductive because in the beginning I was watching a guy, I don't remember his name. I know he's Hispanic, he had a very strong accent. And he was saying that when I had the 2-strand twist, he was saying, don't put the needle in your hair and then yank it back out because you're just ripping your hair. As you can see, I'm already getting like some formation, okay? Don't put the needle in your hair and then just yank it back out because you're pulling your hair. Like, you're literally just snatching the hair out, okay? And then when I began to watch more videos, I was noticing like people are actually doing it like that. Like they're putting it in and snatching it all the way out. I don't know, everybody has a different method, but for me, for my hair, this is what works for me, okay? So I just take the needle, I make sure that it's facing away from me, and then I just pretty much form it, like try to like round it out a little bit. And this is another way how you can avoid stabbing your hand. If you have your other hand moving around, you're less likely to like stab yourself, okay? So just try to like gather the hair and just try to round it out as much as you can. Not being too aggressive about it, but just kind of like when you pull the needle, try to just let it stop in the middle of the section of hair. Try not to pull it out too much. Just try to like push it in and just like do the forming and don't pull it completely out, which is like you can't see it on what's happening in the inside of the formation, but you can see on the outside that you're getting some sort of uniformity as far as like you're shrinking down the volume of the hair. So I just keep going up, and even like once I get a little bit further up, I'll try to do one part and use the space in my finger to go like this, so that I can avoid possibly poking myself, stabbing myself. They say, oh, you're gonna stab yourself. And I keep looking at the needle like, it's not even sharp. I don't understand why they keep saying stab. But yeah. This process is lengthy, but I find that when you do your own hair, you're more satisfied with the outcome because you did it yourself. Like, even if you aren't used to doing your own hair, you can part it exactly the way you want it to look. You can pretty much just like get it to your own liking. You can also be a little bit more creative like I did. I'm gonna turn around and show you the back, my parting in a second. I don't want to come out of frame, so I'm probably gonna take this portion of the video and just like speed it up, just so that you can see, because this part, it really takes a minute. It really does. I'm not gonna do this. Well, we'll see. Maybe I can, because I have been doing it for this is my second day doing it, so maybe I can do it real fast on camera. I'll show you exactly at what point I put my rubber band in. I don't necessarily like to just part the hair out, section the hair off, and put the rubber band on, because I do want to leave a little bit of hair free, because I don't want my wigs to just stand straight up forever. I want them to lay down eventually. You also have to consider that when you're wicking your hair, because if you wick all the way up to the root, it'll grow out, and you can just let it grow out and whatnot, let it drop like that. But if you know that you want your wigs to drop and you don't want them to just stick up the whole time, it's best to try to leave a little bit of room. But I like to start the needling process before I put the rubber band on, so I know that, okay, I got it wicked up to where, you know, like, okay, it's formed up to here, so I'm not worried about like, oh man, it's not really formed enough, so now I gotta go back and, you know, fix weird spots that I don't like. I don't know, I guess it's just easier for me to do it that way. But I see a lot of people put in the rubber band like immediately when they're parting off. I also want to try to like maintain a little bit of femininity with it as well. I don't necessarily like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I don't want it to be too stiff, which is why I don't necessarily needle too much. I don't stay in one spot and just keep needling that one spot until it's like hard or anything, because I want my locks to, I want to be able to in the future like do like braid outs and, you know, whatever the case may be. So since now I'm about right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my rubber band in. This is about where I say, okay, I'm gonna put the rubber band in now. I would say to just tie your rubber band at least 3 times, or 3 times max. And then once you get your rubber band on, okay, this I feel like makes it a lot easier. Then I can go in and be a little bit more aggressive, or whatever you want to call it, with the process, because I have my stopping point figured out. I don't know, I can't really necessarily explain what I'm trying to say, but I feel like, okay, I got it wicked up to where I'm comfortable, where if I take this rubber band out, I'm not feeling like I didn't wick enough hair. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I like to put the rubber bands in after I've wicked it up to a certain point, so that I know if I take this rubber band out tomorrow, my hair is wicked up enough, or it's not wicked up too much or whatever. Because I'm also not gonna be wicking it like hella tight up here at where the rubber band is. Like, it's like a guide for me, I guess. So this is what it looks like in the end. I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna finish the two in the back, and then I will come back and show you guys the finished product, and my parting in the back as well. So I'll be right back. Hey y'all, I'm back and I'm done. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have filmed this portion of the video at least 4 times. My computer died, my phone died. It was just like, it was a lot. It was a lot for a lot. But anyway, I'm done. Yeah. I'm gonna sit around and show you the back. Let's go. This is the back. Okay. As you can see, the parts are quite back up. I think, yeah, this one looks like a heart. Hold on, let me see. I can't see because it's so wet. I think this, I don't know. There's a lot of hair in the way. But anyway, we got my 3 in the back. I think this is probably my favorite. No. I don't know. This is my favorite side. What else? I got 17 wigs and I got 3 locks, so 20 locks in total, but we got 17 wigs. What else? Make sure that when you're doing this process, you're doing what's gonna prepare you for the future. So, i.e., don't wick too much, so that they don't thin out. Cause you'll see, like, on other videos and stuff, people are like, their wigs start to get really skinny compared to the amount of hair that's coming out from the root. So just try not to wig too much if you are gonna do this process yourself. If you're not gonna do the process yourself, you're gonna go get the process done. Just let them know that in the future you want your wigs to be, you know, thick. You don't want them to thin out over time. So just tell them, hey, can you not wig the hair too much? This is just personal style, you know. I put the 3 in the back just so that I don't have to worry about tension, number 1. Number 2, like I said, it's just you know, my little razzle dazzle in the whole situation. What else? I think that this process is best to learn how to do for yourself. Like I said previously in the video, the lady that I saw that was offering this service in my city was charging $1,000 for an install, but $350 for maintenance. And that may be disproportionate as far as like the person, the size of their head, the amount of their wigs. And I don't know if she, you know, tweaks the price based on these things, but yeah, I think it's best to try to learn how to do this yourself so that you can kind of have more control over how your wigs, or even your locks, but for this video's sake, how your wigs are, you know, going, how they're coming about. I think that when it comes to your hair, I feel like I don't know if it's a female thing or if it's just a me thing, but I feel most confident in my hair when I do it myself. I feel like when somebody else is doing it, number one, they're putting You know, you get a lot of energy coming off your hands, your head, the soles of your feet are really big energy sources. And I feel like there's a lot of different things that play a part in how your hair comes out, based on the person that's doing it. Like if they're having a good day, if they're having a bad day, if they're feeling patient enough to actually remember your requests. Just so many different things that, or maybe I'm just, you know, I wanna be in control of my own hair. I don't know. It could be that. But I just feel like this is, if you want to go and do this process, I think it's amazing to learn to do yourself. Number one, it's lucrative, I guess. I don't know. I'm really sensitive to energy, so I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily be retwisting hair and doing wigs. I'm not really that. I don't know. I'm not big on being in people's head. Even if I know them like personally, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just really weird about like people's head and my hands and hair. It's just like, ugh. I have to be, I guess you would say, I have to be like in tune with that person or comfortable to some certain extent. But I'm kind of weird about hair. I would say that this is a really good thing to learn how to do for yourself, especially if you want to do repairs, because someone can charge you up to $250 for a repair that you can do yourself for $0. So, you know, I'm just trying to help the girls and the guys. But hopefully you found this video helpful. I'm going to link down below in the description box the wicking, the needle that I used, and just basically like all the things that I used, which was like 2 things. But I'm gonna list it down below. And thank you for going through this process with me. Thank you for tuning in, and come back because I'm gonna be posting updates. I'm most likely gonna post an update from the first time I gave myself a wash, my first retwist. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. My first maintenance, my wig maintenance video. Yeah. Also, when your wigs are locking, they do shrink a little bit, whatnot, yada yada yada. So I just want to show that process because I just feel like I see a lot of people posting like the installation of wigs and stuff, but I don't necessarily see people like do like their first wash, like how it looks, and just like over time. I wish I was able to see that, so I'm just gonna do it myself, you know, because I want to be able to look back on this myself. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and come back for more. Also, sorry, I will be posting a listening party very soon. I already did the things. I already cleaned the kitchen. Okay. I think I just want to do something else to the meal, but yeah, the kitchen's clean. I think I might like get back in there and turn the microwave on or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting another listening party. I'm so excited. And then I'm gonna be posting my latest wave, and then you guys can just expect hair, waves, me, vibes, and all of that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.